What have you seen from Justin Thomas this season?
Improvement. We moved him inside last week, and I think it benefits him, benefits us. Helped us in there a little bit in the run game, and I think it's taken some stuff off his plate that we ask our ends to do. So I think it's helped him. It's win-win.
Have you gotten more and more comfortable, it seems like, with him in terms of how much you can use him? Because
Well,
it
I
seems
think
like
we found a spot for him in there. I think that's probably the biggest thing, and I think he became a little. I mean, it's not playing inside. It's not near playing on the edge. When you play on the edge, you got a lot of things happening to you, and I think he's one of those guys that opportunity to move inside. We put him in there at times and dime, and he's had some success. And so we talked about it last week, and let's throw him in there and see what happens. And did a really good job.
Where's
What
his
physical characteristics
conditioning
does he have that he can play in there?
He's strong. He's really physically strong, and he's a big-bodied guy. He got long arms. He can get off of a block. He can push the pile. He can get separation. He can take two gaps. Those kind of things, which inside is huge. And you can do that on the edge. It just sometimes we ask our guys on the edge to do a lot. They drop, they rush, they stack, they do all kinds of things. And we took some stuff off of his plate, and he's responded.
His conditioning was kind of a concern last year. Where's it at this year? Is it?
Well, he's doing better. I think sometimes too, conditioning becomes a little bit of just how much you're playing sometimes, and then you get kind of used to that mode. And but I think he's improved and gotten better, and we need him to play good down the stretch here. I mean, I think we found a home for him in there, and seems to like it. He didn't love it the first day, needless to say, because that quote pass rusher guy, that who we think we are, and all that stuff, the glamour. And reality is, he's having some success in there. It made some huge difference in there on Saturday.
How'd Edwards grade out?
Good. Above average. Didn't play great. Didn't ask him to do some things. He was, we did a little bit different in our secondary. Put him in center field some, but. He's playing more plays than he's ever played, and I think he's getting better too. He's learning what's going on, and he didn't even have spring ball, so everything's new to him, and then we're asking him to do some different stuff. So I've been pleased with him.
How encouraging was it to see the secondary play as well they did without Kamari?
Encouraging, but I expect them to do that. We practice that way. I've always been a believer of everybody practices, gets the same number of reps. I demand, in the back end, the younger guys. Because you just never know when the Kamaris or Everett or somebody's not going to be there, and you're a fool to think that you can play without them. A season like this. So I just always believed in getting guys ready to play, and plus it creates competition.
Texas has a lot of ground options. Foreman's at the front of that. You guys played, stepped up a lot on rush defense the last week. What's kind of important this week with, all the different things they can do?
Well, all of that. Being able to run the football. We played the coordinator. He was at Bowling Green a couple years ago when we were there. And so, they're Baylor all over again. They're going to run the football and pull and power schemes and all those things. And, we were very disappointed. I mean, we sack our bats on the mentality that we're going to stop the run, and to give up running yards like we did against Baylor wasn't okay against everything that I believe in. So we've gone back to the chalkboard a little bit, and hopefully doing some things differently and better, and playing those plays differently and better, just individually as players. And but they present a lot of problems, and they've got skilled guys that can do it. They're averaging, I think, 40 some a game, and we put the numbers of yards they put up on the board. It's incredible. So we've got our work cut out for us, but our guys are fired up at a good practice today. We'll see what we do.
How was Thomas? I mean, is that a piece of kind of adjusting to that, the metamorphosis of finding the right guys to stop the run, or does he fit in that
I
bill?
think he fits it, and I think I think it helps him. I mean, that's our goal. That's our job, is to find something that helps them guys be the best they can be. Whether we or they think they should be somewhere else or whatever, you got to find a spot where they can do the best they can, and I think we found the spot for him. And like I said, at first he wasn't thrilled, and I get it, but all of a sudden you go and have some success. Hey, this isn't so bad. I just line up left. I line up on the left side or the right side, and I go left, right, or straight ahead. That's a pretty good deal. And he can do that.
What did you see that led you to think that would be a good move for him?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, sometimes coaches' intuition, I don't know, you just kind of, you watch what he does, and we've had him in there and some in dime and some of that kind of stuff, and he just, you know, sometimes I feel for those guys, they really want to do good, and then they're struggling with maybe all the learning or things, and there's not much learning in there. Line up left and line up right, and, you know, take names, and he does a good job of it.
With Shane Buechele, what really stands out about his skills, particularly at such a young age?
You know, I think he's been in some pretty big games, you know, as you just watch this season, and I think he has great command of stuff. You know, I think he's, you know, their offense is very interesting, you know, as everybody knows. It takes a special guy to do all the stuff they ask those guys to do. And I think through skills and the mental part of it, I've been impressed with. I mean, you know, you just see him in Notre Dame and, you know, big games. I mean, he's out there playing and distributing the ball, and, you know, you see some young things, but for the most part, I mean, he's an impressive guy just because he can handle it mentally.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.